The Rockford IceHogs open up their three-game road trip in the state of Texas tonight as they square off against the Texas Stars. Hello, everybody. Joseph Zakshewski back with you alongside head coach Derek King for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging, a diagnosis of the game. And, Coach, it's been a busy week for the Rockford IceHogs, both on and off the ice, so a lot to unpack. Let's dive right into it. Immediately after your last game, you would discover that the captain and Christopher Steiger was going to head overseas for a little bit, play with his brother, but ultimately start to call it a career. And how shocking was that to you? Was that something that was planned for? Because certainly from a fan's perspective, it was a bit of an eye-opener.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a shock for a lot of people. I had previous conversations with Steiger and kind of knew where his direction was going. Wasn't sure if it was 100%, but I kind of figured that's where he was leaning. So we're happy for him. It's not an easy decision, but we supported him, and I wish him all the best.
Well, for the Rockford IceHogs now, no captain for them, at least not named, but not unfamiliar territory for you and the group in that locker room. It's been a lot of leadership by committee, whether you had a guy with the C on his jersey or not, so I'd imagine that kind of gear would kick in again.
Yeah, I mean, we got even some of our young guys are good leaders, and we have some older guys, so-called older guys that are 3 years in the league, but they're fine. We're not in no hurry to just jump on it, and that we need to have to have a captain. But I mean, it's something we'll think about down the road here.
Well, for the Rockford IceHogs, that was the busiest piece of news over the weekend. Now you move into this trip coming up to Texas, and even just the other day, it was announced that for Graham Knott, who spent some time with the IceHogs the last couple of years down at the Indy Fuel this season, he would head to the Pittsburgh Penguins organization. Joseph Cramarosa, seventh-year guy, veteran guy, comes the other direction. What are you looking forward to adding with him in the lineup now and a veteran presence with Christopher Steiger now gone?
Yeah, well, there's your leadership right there. And we don't have any vets. We have one vet. Most teams have about 6, 7 to 8 vets. So I think he's going to bring an element that we're looking for. He plays with a little jam. He's been around the league. He knows how to play the game. And the big thing is he's getting an opportunity, a fresh start, and I think it's a nice gesture to give Notter a fresh start. It's something maybe that he needs as a player too. So it works out for both parties, and we're excited to have him.
It'll be exciting to see what Joseph Cramarosa adds to this Rockford IceHogs bunch. And you touch upon some key factors that really have helped the IceHogs here in their winning ways as of late. You play with a little bit of jam, play with a little bit of energy, and it seems like Cramarosa fits the mold and will be able to jump in pretty much immediately.
Yeah, I mean, we're expecting when he gets here, he's playing. So, it's, again, we got a young group that can use a little support on that end of it with playing a little, like I said, jam, and a guy with his leadership qualities is going to help our young guys tremendously.
Well, now looking forward, the Rockford IceHogs open up their 3-game trip through the state of Texas tonight, taking on the Texas Stars, then Sunday afternoon against San Antonio, and the following Tuesday against the Rampage as well. But zeroing in on Texas and what they present. First meeting you've seen them so far this year, a team that's kind of been a little bit down on their luck a little bit, a 11-game winless skid coming into the week. But what are you seeing in video sessions and overall breakdown sessions for them? A lot of familiar faces from a year ago, also a lot of young players that the IceHogs can certainly relate to as well.
Yeah, and that's the big thing. And I know their coach talking to them up in Traverse City was just said they're going to be really young this year, kind of like ourselves. So we were in the same boat also. Couldn't find a way to win. We're close, but no cigar, as they say. But we just kept battling. I think that they're going to be a good team. They're hungry for a win, so it's going to be a tough building to go into.
And a little bit of an added touch for the Rockford IceHogs. You don't want to be the team that turns things around maybe for them. I feel like maybe that Manitoba team, you hit them right when they were hitting their stride. Now all of a sudden, look at them. They're climbing up the Central Division standings. Obviously a bigger jump, especially off the opening faceoff, will be key.
Yeah, we don't want to get team's momentum and give them a good start to getting hot in that, but we need to play our game. We need to play our game for 3 periods, go in that building and hopefully jump on them quick, and maybe they'll have the old feeling like, oh, here we go again. So we'll see how it goes, but I expect them coming out flying at home.
Now, overall, the road hasn't been too kind for the Rockford IceHogs. Their 2 road wins have come against the Chicago Wolves, so just down the road. How big is a road trip like this to be away for 3 consecutive games, maybe some time off in between mixed in, because you want to be able to win at home, which you have done a great job of, but it's getting the job done on the road that can be a tough task.
Yeah, and I think this is a good time, especially after the trade here, too. We got a new face that can get used to us and how we want to run things, but I think it's good for the guys to get away and kind of gel again as a team. So I'm looking forward to it. I know the players are looking for hopefully some warm weather, but we need to go down there and we got a job to do.
Well, Coach, I appreciate your time. Good luck.
No problem. Thanks.
Head coach Derek King joining us for the Forest City Diagnostic Imaging diagnosis of the game as the IceHogs open up their 3-game trip through the state of Texas tonight against the Texas Stars. You're listening and watching Rockford IceHogs hockey on the IceHogs Broadcast Network.